Hi everybody, today I want to talk a little bit about one of the major returns on investment in real estate, and that is your home price appreciation. To factor what that return looks like, if you have a purchase price of $450,000, or that's what your starting value is, and that goes up by 5%, that would be an increase of $22,500 in that first year. And that becomes one of the 4 returns on investment of real estate. And I want to add into the equation a concept and a principle that we call leverage, or how does borrowing funds affect that overall return on investment. So to illustrate that, let's say that we have a down payment options on that $450,000 purchase price. At a 15% down, that would be $67,500 cash that you would have to put in. Now consider this when you look at your other types of investments. Let's say that you have $67,500 in a mutual fund, and let's say that it returns 10% that year. That would be a return of $6,750 on the cash that you have put to work. So that would be your return on investment on a 10%, would be $6,750. So as we look at this, you've got different amounts that you can put down on a property. So you could put 20% down and be $90,000. I even put in 100% down. So let's say a cash property at $450,000. Well, how do I factor that return on investment? Over here, if our value went up by $22,500, that was our gain. If we put $67,500 of our own personal funds into that, then we divide that increase or that gain into the cash that we put into it, which leads to a 33.3% return on our cash or investment that we put into it, because we did not have to deploy the full amount in. The next level down here, this is the important part. Because you put more down does not mean that the home appreciated more. It would still appreciate at the 5%, based on market conditions. That could be variable, but at $22,500 divided into $90,000, so that would be your 20% cash deployment you put into that. Well, you can see that return drops down just a little bit to 25% because that appreciation stayed the same on that amount, but you had to put more cash into play to be able to get that same exact return. And then if we go to the example of a home paid off, if it appreciates at 5%, once again, that $22,500 is back into your original amount. And so that overall return on your cash that you would put into that would be 5% just on the appreciation calculation for your return on investment. I hope this principle helps. This is just illustrate the concept of what we call leverage. And so being able to use or borrow others' funds in the form of a mortgage or other types of financing mechanisms is a way for you to increase your return on investment. And that's the simple concept of how leverage works. And we want to be wise when we do these types of analysis, and so that's where we get into a custom scenario and analysis of what you have going on, and we'll be able to work through and determine what's the goal. Is it to pay the home off and have the cash flow? Is it to grow your net worth? Everybody's in a different phase and state of life on that. So we want to be able to help. We don't charge anything for a consultation to walk you through your specific options of how you might be able to grow your wealth through real estate. So feel free to give me a call, 801-614-5125. Once again, 801-614-5125 if you want to learn more about these principles.